Hello, welcome everyone. In this talk, I will talk about test coverage in Android, why we need it, how to use it, and the tool I used, which was Kover, to implement test coverage, and how it went in my case. And I will show an example of how to implement it and the use cases that you can see and that can happen for you. So let's start with what is test coverage. So test coverage is just a measure of how much of your code is tested. So I think most of us write unit tests, but the issue is that we can't really know how much we tested if we don't have a tool to know about it. So yeah, that's why we use test coverage. And in this talk, I will cover the unit test part of it. So why do we need test coverage? Again, it's just like to measure how much of your code is tested, and that's going to help us improving the unit test quality. Because when we do that, we're going to cover all the important cases in our app with tests. It will also encourage developers writing more unit tests when they create any feature and then they find out that the code is not well tested. They will probably write more. And it will also help you with the pull request reviews process. So in this talk, I will talk about Kover, but you can use any tool. It's mostly the same. But I chose Kover because it handles Kotlin cases like lambdas, coroutines, default parameters, and it's easy to integrate with Gradle. And also it supports KMP and multi-modules in your project. And that's all the slides I have. So we will go to the example. Okay, so I created a simple app. It's just a note app. I will show it quickly. So you can create a new note, add the info, I don't know if you can see it. Title, for example, description. And basically that's it for now. I'm just gonna fix my screen. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I will show you the app structure. So we have core module, app module, and feature modules. And if you go to the feature module, you will have add note that we just showed and note list. So I will show here how we added the cover. So you just add a dependency, and if you go down, you can use cover here, and you can just add the settings you need for it. So you can add filters, you can add what you want to exclude. For example, if you don't want to have UI tests, then you can exclude these classes. If you don't want to like, for example, show the dependency injection classes, You don't want a test coverage for that, so you would exclude that. And then you can specify your verify rules. And this is important here. You can specify the minimum line and branch coverage for your code. And in this example, I just use variables, but you can go to the actual values in the project here. And in this project, you will see that there's like, okay, let me zoom in. For example, this is some of the excluded packages, excluded classes that you can specify. And you can specify line and branch coverage. And I also added an extra variable here. What this variable do is just to only filter by the diff files. Like if you have a pull request, you don't want to do test coverage for the entire project. You just want for the different files, the diff files of your projects. And this is how we do it. Just get the diff. Maybe just don't include deleted files, but that's it here. Next, I will show you how to, so let's say you push this code and you want it to run in your pipeline. I created a simple GitHub Actions for it. So on pull request, you just need to call the Gradle tasks, which are like Kover verify. This is going to either succeed or fail. It depends on if you match the criteria that you specify here. For example, this one is 80 and 70%. And another task that you can use is to generate the report. So this is how you do it. You just call the Gradle task. It's going to generate the report for you. And now I will show you how the report will look like. So if you go here, so if you do generate the report for the different for the diff files, or for example for the entire project, you will see something like this. I hope it's clear. This is the file you will get. And if you open it, you will see that there's a report. It's going to show you the line coverage, the branch coverage, class coverage also. And as you can see here, this one is fully covered. It's all 100%. If you go to any class here inside, any package and any class, for example, this one, you will see a detailed report of your actual code. And as you can see, this one is fully green because everything is tested. But I have another one here that has missing unit tests. So for example, if you go to this one, it shows like the line is 88%. And why? It's because this here is not covered in any tests. So when we wrote unit tests for this class, we just did this part. We didn't create any unit test for this. And this is going to show up in your pipeline, and you will know that something is missing. Okay. So I'm going to show another example as well. So let's say we go back to the code, and you want to create a new feature. You want to create edit. note. So you created edit note. I already did that, of course. You didn't add unit tests for it. You just wrote the code. So unit tests are empty. Or not complete. So let's say you did that, and then you pushed the code. You created a new branch, a new pull request, and you created a pull request here for it. You will see that your pipeline will fail because of that, because of the missing tests. If you go directly to the, in this example, it was GitHub Actions, you will see why it failed. So if you scroll down, you will see the details here. Rule violated. Line covered are 33%, but you expected a minimum of 80 for your project. So you can't merge this until you fix it. So you go back to your code and you fix it, you add more tests, and then create a new one, new branch. And this one will pass, and it can be merged. You can see the reports here. I already have them opened. This one was for the missing tests. So it's all red. Even though this file is fully tested, but because the other one is not tested, then the overall test coverage for your files is 33%, less than 80, so it didn't pass. There's also one more case I want to show. About how to read this report. You might see something like yellow instead of red or green. And this is the branch coverage, which is like the coverage of if-else statements and things like that. And in this example, it says that this is partially covered. So you wrote something for else, but the if statement, this one is not covered. So it shows up in yellow, like this line is partially covered. Yeah, let me go back. That's all I wanted to show for how to integrate this. And as for the source code, you can access it using this QR code. It has all the configuration you need if you want to add this to pull requests. Yeah. Thanks everyone for attending. And if you have any questions, please go ahead. Thank you.